Hey everyone, welcome to one of the last gems out there in the internet, if you will. Cowabunga Radio
Right,
Talk, the premiere show on YouTube, obviously, because why else would you be on YouTube? It's either this
exactly.
or reruns of Dharma and Greg.
Man, you got the weirdest episodes, weirdest shows pop up, you know? You could have said like the Amazing Spider-Man or X-Men 87 or 97 or something. No, it's Dumb and Grey. Wow.
Yeah. I'm actually
Okay.
watching, and I'm up to the part where I think it's like season 4, where Dharma starts cheating on Greg with Kevin Sorbo, Hercules.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Kevin
Kevin
Solberg.
Sorbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if we're going to go that route, today I gave Tales of the Turtles a second chance and realized that the first time I watched it wrong. I took
Okay.
it out of context, meaning I watched it as a normal turtle show instead of doing what it really was based off of. It's two different stories in two different sections. Instead of being, okay, well, here's this section, and the next episode we relates to it, and then the second section has really nothing to do with the first one. I thought that was really ridiculous the first time I watched it to realize those are two different stories that are being told. I
Yeah.
took Tales of the Turtles the wrong way the first time. It is a good show. So if you always watch that back show that we did a while ago, yeah, I still don't like the movie, but the TV show isn't bad. So
Yeah.
that was my bad because I wasn't understanding how they were putting it together and realized later on that, oh, this is the Leonardo comic book story and this is the April O'Neil uh, exam story, basically. You know, it's for her final exam.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, now that I know what it is, season two is probably going to be pretty good too. So.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. For those of you wondering what we're doing today we're doing some unboxing and some news. We're going to be looking at a little bit of everything today. We got some Super 7 items, we got some little subjects, and we got some Playmates unboxings. And I give it to you, DTV, because you have the first unboxing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me figure out my little setup here because I'm using a phone instead of a computer. So I'm gonna try to zoom in on me in a second. There it is, solo layout. So today I got the glow in the dark reaction figure from Super 7. This is kind of neat. First of all, I'm gonna show the box off because the design of the box is totally different than what the normal reaction figures itself is. As everybody knows, you usually just have like the backing card and that's it. This is a whole display basically. I kind of like it. It shows you all the characters that have ever come out for the Super 7 line of reaction figures. What do you think of the box, Mascara?
Well, looking at it, honestly, it looks like a nightlight. It looks like those old night lights that they used to sell, that used to like plug into the wall.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the base of it, or old school. You remember when they had piggy banks that were like shaped like characters?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that's what it looks like in that box. I'll
But
tell
see, I call this the Super 7 Special. As you see, the Mascodon head is all rattled around and it didn't actually stay in place during
yeah,
shipping. Super 7 Special. Anyways, and plus this box actually opens this way. I've already taken the tape off of it because it's just gonna be easier that way for filming purposes. I kind of do it for my YouTube videos too, but yeah, it actually comes out kind of like a book, I guess.
does that box have
And
the anniversary sticker on it? The 30th anniversary, or no?
no, it's just a
No, on the
no. There's
7.
no
Yeah,
30. No,
what
it's
is it?
just the
Oh, it's just
tribal coin.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a tribal coin. But again, I'm planning on keeping this box. Normally, I don't keep boxes that are from reaction figures, but this one's a little different. Comes with all the same stuff that a normal reaction figure would come with. The Megazord, you know, the power sword. Oh God, the whole placement's weird. Is this taped? Yeah, there's a piece of tape on it. So they can take the sword, but they can't take the shield.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. And anything special there? Nope. This is the one thing. This is definitely one thing I usually try to take out of my videos when I do unboxing. Is that whole sound? I'll keep the video in there, but it's I usually take the sound off. But this reaction figure is no different than the other ones that I have. It's the exact. Well, that's kind of bent. You can see that. I don't know why that's bent, but I'm not gonna try to mess with it. Um, but yeah, it's a reaction figure. It doesn't have much articulation or anything. I could shut off the lights and see if it'll actually glow. I did have it underneath a UV light for a while the other day.
Yeah.
But it's a sword, and of course all these are just the same. Really hard to get it in, and very bendy. I don't know if the total ones you have are the same way with the bending of the. God, that one's really hard to get in. Ooh, I don't like that.
Well, I have the original release of that Megazord.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
think they
regular one.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My brother got it for me
I'm
for
not.
my birthday like 3 years ago. The
Yeah.
birthday present. It's okay.
Okay, there's the shield. It actually came in okay.
Yeah.
The sword though, the sword is just really hard. Like the other ones I have are not so big of a deal, but this thing is just bending. Like they messed it up.
Like is that the same plastic or like for the sword, or it's a different plastic that they're using for the glow in the dark?
I think they're using a different plastic on the bottom of this
Yeah.
because the other ones go in really easy. They're really stiff, but they're not. Just a minute. Let me see if I can off the lights so this will glow.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Oh, I gotta shut off this one too. Let's see here. Does it glow? Oh crap! It might glow if I actually. It glows a little bit.
I see a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You just have to charge it a little more because of
yeah.
looseness of
But
the way.
but yeah, this ain't any different. I know um online it said it was bigger than the other ones. It's the same. I can just tell by holding it. It's all the same articulation as well, just basic. All the details are there. They're just not colored in. I do like the little red eyes. Those are kind of neat.
Yeah.
But that kind of bothers me in the back here where this is bent. And plus, you don't want to mess with it because you're going to break it. And the sword is bending, so I'm not going to try to put it in hand. And that kind of irritates me because it shouldn't have been like that. But like I said, I'm keeping the box. I'm going to be keeping it in the box, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But I think it's a different plastic. I really do. I think this silver piece here is different because it just wants to bend. I mean, it's just so flexible. Well, the other ones are flexible, but not like that. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I like the idea of it. I like the glow in the dark. Megazord. Like I said, I'm happy it's a reaction and not an ultimate. Because I really don't want an ultimate glow in the dark Megazord. I know some people might, but me personally, nah, not at all. Um,
Releases is
yeah.
that the fifth version of the Megazord that they've done?
What
Because
was
it's like
that?
how many versions is that? Is that like the fifth version of the same Megazord, but just in a different?
Uh, let's see. We have the OG one.
Yeah.
We have a black and orange one that I have, and we have the black and gold one that I have.
Okay,
So
so
four of
like
them.
fourth release
Yeah.
or something.
This is the fourth release of the
Yeah.
reaction figure Megazord. Only one I don't have is the original one, and I really didn't want it because I have the ultimate one. So, but this one was just kind of different, kind of interesting. I almost didn't buy it, but then I remember not buying the orange one for the longest time, and people were running out of it, and I was like, you know what? I'll buy it from Super 7 because they only have a few left. And as far as I know, they haven't restocked it again. So sometimes it's better to buy it before it actually does go bye-bye. So yeah, this is the Super 7 reaction figure. I will be doing a whole video on this thing on my channel as well. But yeah, I think it's neat. And for the price of it, same price as the other ones, you get a really cool display box. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. So you're like happy with the purchase?
I'm happy with the purchase. I'm not happy with the quality. Like that piece is just really bothering me. It's like it's just a flaw. Like those should be straight up and not curved.
Yeah.
This one's just curved, and I don't know why. But and then the sword handle is just so flexible. I don't like it. But overall, the design of it, the concept of it, I'm happy with it. I could just got one of the bad Super 7 ones. That does happen. And it's happened to me
Yeah.
once. So, but I'm not a type of person that goes and plays with them or make movies with them. I could. That'd be kind of fun. But you know, um, but yeah, that's the reaction figure. I don't know. What do you really think about it?
This like I have the original, so I know this. I'm familiar with the sculpt,
Yeah,
but like I'm not collecting the entire line of them, so it's like it is what it
yeah.
is.
Oh, the only other reaction figure I have of the Power Ranger one is Scorpina and the Green Ranger one. Because originally the Green Ranger one was supposed to be the only reaction figure I was going to buy for a display piece that I was going to use for a wall. And that never happened because I got a display case.
Yeah.
But we all know the story about Super 7 and the Ultimate line, and it just kind of went from there. So, yeah.
I might get go honestly if I'm on eBay or something and I see like a lot of the villains for like a decent price, I might be tempted to get it. But I don't want to get the
Yeah.
Rangers. The Rangers look terrible. They look like dollar toys. The villains look decent enough. So and there's
Yeah,
figures that scale, other Power Rangers in that scale, so you can kind of play with it, but not the
I
Rangers.
agree with you there. They are okay. So, one of these episodes, I'll pull out my Green Ranger and I'll pull out the McDonald's White Ranger, and it is a McDonald's toy. You're absolutely 100% correct on that. These reaction Power Rangers are 100% McDonald's toys to almost a T. So maybe in a special episode we'll pull out the McDonald's Power Rangers versus the Super 7 reaction.
Yeah,
So
that's a different episode. Uh, I'll have to get back to like home base because I have some stuff over there
hmm
because right now I'm on the road. But yeah, that'd be a good episode to do. That's
yeah.
interesting. Kind of like comparing scales and stuff with reaction
Yes.
to that sky.
Well, not only that, but if you think about McDonald's toys back in the '95 era when the movie came out, they were only like $1.25, and now
Right.
even McDonald's toys now are still like
That uh,
$2. So
it was like 1.99 for that entire Happy Meal. Like it gave you the
yeah,
toy, the sandwich, the
yeah,
soda, the cookie, the fries. No, boy, yeah,
everything.
you're getting it. You'll be lucky if you can pay $2 for a soda these days, bro. That's a
Oh,
good.
you'd be lucky. Yeah. Today, today you're not doing that at all. No.
No, no. Oh man,
All right.
I will say
So I'm just putting them back.
yeah. Going back to the Super 7 thing for a second. I have mine, and like the one Nick, it's whatever. If you want to like keep it at scale, fine. But like, I wish they would have given it like wrist articulation. That would have been because all he does is hold it like this. He can't, you know, he can't really play with it
Yeah.
because it's a reaction figure, but it's like it's almost a regular figure because it's 5 inches and whatever, right? 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah. I
So
will say,
it's more for the other scale than just
I
if it
will.
would have just a reaction right there at that scale, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's a bigger figure. It's like you're not really sticking to what you created with the line, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to look like in the box.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're absolutely right. But see, I was wondering if Super 7 would actually go with Reaction Plus with the Power Ranger line, and if they did that, I'd probably pick up the Rangers because there would be more articulation to them and more articulation to probably a lot of these things. I believe they're the same size, but they're already doing different Reaction Plus characters. So maybe they'll move into Power Rangers, and that'd be a hot seller, I'm sure, because $20 for a reaction figure,
Power Rangers in
25
the
to
GI
bring it
Joe
back.
style. Yeah, in that old
Yeah,
ring, maybe.
same thing. Yeah, O-rings, uh, reaction plus. I think they have like Snoopy or something like that right now. I can't remember. I remember watching the Super Seventh booth on their toy fair. And I can't remember which ones they have for reaction plus, but they have a few. I think they have Ghost as one too.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Now that you bring that up about the Reaction Plus, I think it'd be smart. Well, they're already. They started with GI Joe, right? With
Yeah,
their Action Plus, and now they're doing like Universal Monsters with that articulation. So if I were them, I'd try like I don't know, maybe play with like bands or something like Ozzy Osbourne, O Ring or something, or get Biggie Smalls O Ring or something like that. The music ones, that'd be something.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
that's kind of funny, but you brought that up because I've actually been in Super 7 before we started doing this show. I was like, why don't you guys make, an Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads, combo pack ultimates, or do a line like that? Because they've already done, like Slayer, they've done Ghost, they've done a few other like bands, they've done some, you know, um, some rap bands and stuff like that too.
yeah.
But of course, Super Seven, they never really get back to you. You just write them, they just kind of read them and just throw them to the side. And oh look, we brought this out finally after 5 years of whatever. Um, yeah,
I could see like O Ring if not even selling them in single packs. I'd like to see O Ring the Reaction Plus if they did band packs like here's Green Day in Reaction Plus, like, here's like No Doubt, or here's Blink 182, or very 2000s music.
okay, yeah.
That,
Here's
in my opinion, maybe it wouldn't, but
Papa Roach. Yeah, you got to get corn. You have to have corn in there.
you do Corn, you do System of a Down, you do Disturbed. Some of these like
Yeah,
I think Green Day. There's like a bunch of variants you can do of Green Day if you want to do Green Day this, Green Day that, because they already do a lot of like Outcast reaction figures.
yeah. They could do some 41
So
as
41,
well.
you could do a lot. You could do multiple things with So 41 because So 41 was around for like 5 years, and now they've had like a resurgence, but they took like a 15-year break. Like
They also
now,
have two different drummers,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think at one point a second guitar player too, a replacement one for a while. And now they don't exist. Now they're done. But yeah.
you could do
Oh,
something.
they're
Foo
done
Fighters,
for now. Let's put
Red
it
Hot
that
Chili
way.
Peppers, yeah, band packs. I think those would be good
Oh
because you're
yeah, for sure.
more and done. You know, it's not like other collector lines where like you're actually collecting like here's the turtles, but you gotta get the bad guys and you gotta get this. And that. There's no bad guys to the Foo Fighters. You just make the four Foo
No.
Fighters, whatever, or you make the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You make them. And, oh no, this is just alternate versions of. Oh look, this is what's his face, the drummer, and here's Dave Grohl or whatever. So, you can play with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, you know what'd be good too if they speaking of the Reaction Plus, I would try to get like TV shows, like
Oh yeah.
I think Reaction Plus now. Call me crazy, but I think that could be where they start playing with like sitcoms, like here's Who's the Boss, O Ring,
The
O
Wonder
Ring, and Who's
Years.
the Boss are like such old shows. It would kind of work because your fan base is that, or like here's Coach in O Ring or something, or Wings
Say
like
no, no.
it's Cheers.
You gotta go to Saved by the Bell. You gotta
Say,
go the Wonder Years.
but yeah,
Um,
those would.
Home Improvement. Home Improvement would be a good one.
I could see Cheers going though. I could see them making at least like the first four main characters of Cheers. Like how you
Hmm.
do Ted Danson, Shelley Long, Norm, and Cliff, and then wave two you put in like Woody Harrelson and Carla or whatever. Grow out the
Yeah.
world. Then you add Fraser and another Ted Danson just in case. Because you're always gonna have Ted's your lead, so you have to have variants of him.
Yeah.
Let's get into some more unboxings here before we like
Oh,
get lost
before
in
we
the.
go on though, I have to say, what's kind of interesting about this back, it's almost like it's kind of like they're giving you a tease of what you should have collected over the years of reaction of
Yeah,
them, because it's like every normal reaction figure, not the special ones, but all the normal ones. And I think that was kind of funny they did that. It's
yeah.
like, hey, this is not going to be our very last reaction figure. We're just not telling you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Anyways,
what'd
let's
be
get back to
interesting?
your boxing.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like ending the because now you just like you brought up a good point. I think if Super Seven stops complete, cause, okay, we know the Power Rangers, the Ultimates line is pretty much dead, right?
Yeah.
That's over. But the reaction, if they were to like keep the reaction and then Playmates does the rest of Mighty Morphin, I think that'd be working because Mighty Morph Playmates has come out with so many different scales during Boy Fair that I think if they stayed with just the reaction, they'd be all right because they
Yeah.
haven't touched that scale yet, so that'd be interesting. But
Yeah.
let's start some more unboxings.
All right. Let me blow you up.
Awesome.
There we go.
All right, so what we got here is actually two sets. So right here we have the last wave of loyal subjects, the basic new characters. This is the last IDW set. There's one more that's the Foot Elite, but in yellow, but the helmet, but it's exactly the same sculpt. So it's basically this. This is the wave. This is Rat King. What's his Alopex and the Foot Assassin. Now, Foot
Yes.
Assassin, I figure it's got to be like their version, the IDW version of the Foot Clan, right? That's what they are, basically.
Okay. No, the Foot Assassin is a single character, and you have the other version of the assassin already. The
The
girl
yellow,
turtle. The
yeah,
no, the Angelica is the
yeah.
Foot Assassin. The Foot Assassin gets mutated into Angelica. That's an interesting little
So
thing.
this isn't like the Foot. This one isn't like the Foot Clan normal, or is this like Foot
Nope.
Elite something?
The Foot Assassin is a one-off character. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a one-off character. It's a
Oh, is it
female
like
foot.
a mysterious character you never find out? Like it's a living foot soldier kind of thing instead of being a
Yeah, it's an
robot.
act- it's yeah, it's a human. It's a female
Oh,
human.
okay, I
I
get
don't
you.
remember the whole I don't remember the whole story, but I remember part of it. I know it's weird. But she becomes Angelica somehow. She gets mutated somehow into the turtle, and it's probably the same concept. You've been around turtles too long. You got that on you, or you're around it when you get mutated, and
Yeah.
same idea. Um, yeah,
The other unboxings we're doing here is what I've been waiting for, and I just found these like an hour and a half ago because I was, pretty close to a Target. Got these, the more movie accurate versions of the movie star Playmates re-release, but in like
hmm
more screen accurate colors.
And how much do those cost you a piece?
These were 10.50 a piece. They went up like 30 cents because they used to be like 9.99, and now they're like 10.15 when you
Yeah,
out 10.15 or something like that. 10 less than 10.25, but it's like they went up like a little bit. But it's like for like a more or less like a quarter problem. I wanted these
yeah. God,
for a
the
year,
dang
so
inflation has kicked into the toy line.
yeah. Look how nice they look, bro. Though.
Oh yeah, they look fantastic.
I like how they went deeper with Tokka with his colors.
hmm
And my boy here, Rahzar, he's got like everything in all the paddings are black now. Even the loincloth is black. Yeah. The head's a little weird on him though, because they gave
Yeah.
him like mascara on the eyes. You see that?
No, I can't see it on my phone. If it was on the computer, I probably can. So I'm gonna when I rewatch this, I will be able to see
Yeah.
it. So
Oh, but they decided to keep using this right here, re-releasing the Master Splinter in these
oh yeah,
rough colors because they can't seem to
yeah.
just go to eBay and buy the sculpt and recast it. They're being lazy about it.
They
Unless,
probably have it in a computer system somewhere. They just don't care.
yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, in this light, they have newer day turtles coming out, and they are just re-releasing stuff they already have in their archives to update the color schemes and stuff. So I guess in a way, only the true collectors of that original line, of those kids lines, let's do that one even better
yeah,
yet, will care that, oh, that's not the Splinter, they messed it up. What the heck are you doing? You know.
Yeah. But they know we want this. That's why they were able to do stuff like this, bro.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. That's why they're doing all the other retro stuff coming out soon.
Dude, I said it before and I'll say it again. I would love if they actually figured out a way to make Tatsu in this scale for this toy line. That'd be fucking, sorry to curse, but that'd be pretty cool. And if you have to
Yeah.
release the Foot Soldier again, the movie Foot Soldier in like another variant color, like you make Fat Foot Soldier, kind of like NECA did, I'd
Uh
buy it.
huh.
The hell out. This is one of the lines that I actually collect, and I've shown you. We've done episodes on it because I think last year we did one on, and it had like Super Shredder, and I showed you like all of the variants of Super Shredder that I have for the
Yeah.
movies. This is my
Like I said, like I said in the last episode, talking about the toy fair. I don't care that you're an adult. I don't care if you're a kid. Adults collect kids' toys. Adults collect adult kid toys. You know. So if
well.
you're
This is a toy for
looking
us.
at,
Kids haven't seen Secret of the Ooze. Come on, bro. Or
well,
they
no,
have.
they
Maybe now. Who knows? You
maybe
never
they
know.
have,
People
but that's the whole point of watching something that's new. So say you watch Tell the Turtles and you say, "Hey, you like that, son? You like that daughter? Yeah, let's go watch this movie. Oh, that's a turtle movie too. Oh my God, oh, it's live action. Oh my God, did they make toys for that? Oh yeah, they did. Okay, let's go buy. It's stuff like that. That's the whole point of nostalgia is to be with your kids or with your family member that might be younger than you. I've
yeah.
heard that stories where uncles show their nieces and nephew a TV show that they used to watch and they fall in love with it and they start collecting stuff.
Hmm.
You know, but again, as the adult, if you have a line that you collected as a kid and you still have it, you go, well, I'm still missing my Super Shredder. I'm missing my Charlie Brown, or I'm missing, let's just, I don't know, Miss Muffet or something, or Kermit the Frog. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
Something. You got to go out and look for it because you still have it and you still want to complete your collection.
Yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Uh, I have no interest in buying this, but ever since HBO got the license, I think they just straight out bought Sesame Street. Now everybody's making Sesame Street figures.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
Sesame Street, like even when I was a kid, I was like, man, I don't want a big bird. Like, I want some
You
ninjas,
know,
or some Power Rangers,
I,
or like
wa-
X Men or Batman or something. Like, oh, really? Like, even when
I,
like I was too old for it when it came out, and I was exactly their audience. Or today, I don't know. I've never been like, oh, I need to buy Bert and Ernie and all this other stuff.
well, when we got to it, it was been out for a long time, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I never felt the urge to go buy a Bert and Ernie or any. I remember watching it as a kid, for a while. But it was never an urge to go buy this stuff. And someone gave me one of the video games for Nintendo. I thought it was funny because it was kind of, it's a learning game, but again, it wasn't something that interested me enough to go buy it. It was a fun show to watch. You put on Turtles. I would love to buy the Ninja Turtles. You put on Mighty Max or Captain N and stuff like that. Yeah, I was into it. I was into going buy toys like that.
I
So
remember
I
those
see
my
I see your point of view.
yeah, yeah. Well, we can go down a rabbit hole there. Let's get started with these unboxings, and let's start with a version of this guy that it's whatever, but let's look at Rat King right here.
Yeah.
So here he looks like just like a bald dude with like black straps on him. Like he almost looks like a I don't know like just one of the like a horror movie creeper or something. He doesn't really look like the Rat King I know with the bandages and.
Yeah, it's not the same one. It's not the same one, but it is still better than the Super 7 one.
I like the Super 7 one, honestly.
Do
I want
you?
to get him, but I don't think he's like $55 nice.
No.
I think he's $40 nice. Or, if I see him at $40, yeah,
Yeah.
for what's left of it, because like Oh man, we can talk about that for a while too.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing with the White Ranger with
Um,
this.
but,
I'm waiting for it to be on discount sooner or later. You know, I just realized they just copied the box from Loyal Subjects, just not the
oh,
triangle side. They
oh
have,
yeah,
yeah, I mean they have. How do I change this back? Uh, oh, so yeah, see they have the whole side, and the side opened up. It had a top with you can see the top
yeah,
of
yeah.
it. They
Being
just
open.
copied it. I didn't even thought about it. They just copied the same box.
Yeah. So
Go ahead, dump it. There it goes.
yeah,
Loyal subject special right there. We build it, you break it.
I I gotta wonder what McFarlane's gonna do that's gonna make this any different because this is like we talked about last episode. McFarlane's doing IDW. They can call it page punches. They can call it King of the World. Their designs are IDW. They're gonna do
Yeah,
this. So what can they do that makes it different? Because I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. If I find one in the wild, I might pick it up if it's Leonardo. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got this guy because I'm so deep in the line now. It's like for $10 at Ross. All right, bro.
Well, that's the thing is I don't want to start another turtle line. I already got my Playmates line going. My Playmates line going. So
So what he looks like. I'm almost tempted to give him his missing hair because he looks stupid like this. Yeah,
he
like if he had
does. He
a king with full hair,
d-
I could sculpt something
yeah.
on here and paint it all the same color. Because this is he's got like pointy ears.
Yeah, I
So
see that. It's very odd.
yeah, like I said, he looks like a horror movie. Like
Yeah.
he should be in The Conjuring or something. He doesn't look like Rat King that I know.
No, the Rat King we're used to is very much different.
Yeah,
And I like that Rat King. Not that one, but the original one that we're used to.
he doesn't have any bulk either. Like he looks like he could get his ass kicked. I like my Rat Kings to be bigger and beefier, like the Playmates one.
Yeah. Well, you gotta remember the Rat King
That guy
wasn't
looks,
even about fighting.
yeah,
The Rat King was to control the rest to fight for him. So, but yeah, I see what he looks like something
yeah.
out of a horror movie. You're right.
He looks,
He looks like he could be a musician in a metal band.
yeah. That's kind of his, because he's got sort of like this like skirt piece,
Yeah.
and there's the loyal subjects articulation there.
Yep.
It's, this isn't terrible plastic though. This is at least a lot more movable than some of their other offerings, but
Yeah.
gotta watch out with the waist because that'll pop off quick. It's not very secure to the waist. The abdomen cut for it, but he does get some good range of motion there. I think his joints aren't the worst thing in the world, just because like since he's so like slender and skinny, it kind of lends itself to kind of hiding. And since it's like the cuts are in black, you don't notice them as much as you would for other figures.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible.
So, how does he compare to Casey Jones?
He's bigger.
He's bigger.
Yeah, he's way bigger. Cause Casey Jones was like just barely bigger than April. Remember when we did the
Yeah.
April? This is
I saw something that
bigger.
I saw something at Walmart today, and I don't remember it was released. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
he
a new
told us.
release, but it's a NECA Casey Jones from the movie One. but it comes with the motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen that until today. I've never seen it anywhere. And then they had the Shadow as Leo, but I've seen that before in the Foot Clan. But that bike with Casey was like he never rode a bike in the movie, as far as I remember. Or
yeah.
did he? I don't
No,
remember riding
they
a
just
bike.
did that because they had the bike tooled from the Keanu figure, and they wanted to re-release it. So they're like, here's an excuse to buy them again,
Oh, I got you. Okay.
like they did with movie Leonardo and Shredder versus Leonardo,
Yeah.
the movie. I think
Yeah.
they put a different head, but it's exactly the same body for both.
Yeah.
And Shredder, I think he has the face plates that can be removed because Leo has a face instead of the face.
Yeah. Well, the face part being removed is pretty cool because you can see the
Yeah,
scratches on his face when Splinter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this guy, he's. I might work, like I said, I might work him again, and I might give an update in another episode or something, just to see what he would look like with this. Because if you're gonna go with this style, I would like to see him his full hair. I don't like this stupid like you know business in the front, party in the back. I'm not about that. And that's the alternate head right there.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's also got some hands to him right there. He comes with a little rat and a pipe, a flute, if you will.
Yeah. Fluid. He's a no. It
Yeah,
would be a pipe. It'd be a pipe piper.
yeah. If we're going that way, sure. Why not?
Like,
Oh,
come on. I mean, he did control the rats even in the total
that's
cartoon that
right there.
way.
You know, this is why this is like automotive talk for BTS, BST.
Yep. No, we're not doing Korean music, dude. BTS.
Almost said behind the scenes. Let's look at this character now, Alopex. That's her right there. It's a female fox, female white fox.
Yeah, I don't really know that character very much.
She looks cool enough for $10. Like, all right, bro, let's run the ball. I like the look though. There she is. She comes with a card. Oh, didn't get to show this. This is the rack card, and there's the
That
back.
that is that is one thing I like about that company is giving those little playing cards. Make you feel like you're back as a kid trying to collect baseball cards.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
it is. There's the back. If you want to read it. With her agile moves and razor sharp wit, Alopex is a true force to be reckoned with. She's rewriting the rules of heroism and blah blah blah. Here she is. It's a shame that they basically lost the license because this buck. You remember in the Archie comics there was like a brown fox, a brown female fox.
Yeah.
She had like a crown or something on it, like a blue crown. I forget her name, but you could probably use a lot of this buck if you were gonna make that version of her. You know, she's got a tail to her, a wagging tail. It's on a ball peg, but you get a lot of range of motion there. That's good. She's also got her little scarf, which I like. This is a good figure. I really don't know much about the character, but as far as another like mutant ally for the turtles, it's pretty cool. I'm wondering if they like I don't know, just by looking at her, I kind of think that they in the comics they probably paired her off with like Raphael or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got thigh and leg articulation. She's also got like that the very loyal subjects. There's
Yep.
the elbow joint there. She's fine. I bet toy photographers are having a ball like just posing her because she is a lot of fun as far as dynamic posing and things. Come on, that's a good looking toy right there.
It
Good job.
is. It is.
Wish I knew more, but that's all.
You know,
I'm
I
looking
gotta
for
say one.
lots. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
gotta say one thing. When a company kills a toy line, well, not kills it, but loses the property of that toy line,
Yeah,
I've noticed a trend. People will start selling that toy line. Like, oh, like some people will be like, well, this collection's done with. I don't want it now. Somebody else is making it. Here you go.
yeah,
I find that very ridiculous. It's like you wanted this, you love this, and now you want to get rid of it. You know,
yeah,
I see it. I saw that the Lightning collection too, and the Lightning collection went downhill. Everybody was selling their Rangers and stuff. It's like, why? You guys wanted this stuff. Why are you selling it? You're gonna regret it if something comes up that can be one for one rematch together. You know?
yeah. Well, for those of you wondering if we're gonna, because this is the last official wave of IDW for the loyal subjects in general. But if I see them on a good price or something like, because there are figures that I still want to get. Like I want to get that comic book colors, that the comic book that comes with Krang, but he comes in
Yeah.
like Playmates colors. That'd be cool to have a Playmates colors, but using that buck. That'd be
Mhm.
interesting. If I find it for like 15, $16, I'll get him for that price. I'm not gonna be paying no $38 for that Krang though. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I did buy the original Krang of that at like regular price, and I was happy with it. So
Yeah.
we'll see there. That I want to get that one. I'm probably gonna end up getting the yellow head of this when I find it. Might get another foot soldier. Because it is a nice figure. Their Toon foot soldier is fine. It's just really small. I wish it was bigger, but whatever. Um, oh, and probably the comic book version of Super Shredder. You know, the one that comes with the comic book and Shredder in purple without any accents, but it's a much lighter purple for Super Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I see that at Ross or Burdines or one of these liquidators for like 12, $15, more content for the show, and I like it. What the hell? They pair off good with the Playmates classics, so it's something for them to do.
Yeah. Well, I have one I
What?
want to pick up that's out of the ordinary for myself. I
Which
want to
one is
pick up a NECA 90s Man Peter Lloyd 40th anniversary.
the head?
I found him at Walmart for $60, but I'm hoping they're going to sell. They have like 7 of them there. Haven't been touched. Every time I go there, it's been totally stocked. Uh, but I don't want to spend $60 on it.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend like 25 if they were on sale. 30. 30 would even be a good limit for 2 characters based on the original drawings. Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the NECA ones?
Yeah, the NECA ones. The black, they
Oh,
had them in black and white. I was like, yes. Then I saw the price. I was like, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is holding a scythe. This is a good color scheme too. Like all of this white with a little bit of this like soft navy, these metal pieces, and this like dark brown scarf. It's a
Hmm.
nice color combination. Let's see if I can get her other hand in here. So far, she is like the best in the wave. I have to open the last one, but this one is is better than Rat King just because Rat King is kind of, he is what he is. All right,
Yeah.
so right now she's the front runner. She's the best of the wave because her hands actually work. We've done enough turtles loyal subjects, and getting them to hold their weapons is no bueno. But look, she fits her weapon
Exactly.
perfectly, and it didn't break, and it didn't snap the fingers off, and look, the weapons are still in one piece. Which, come on, loyal subjects, come on. But this is good. This is cool stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
If I were to like add anything to it, I would have liked to given her a belt so she can hold her weapons on her sides like that. That'd be
Yeah.
cool for her to like have a place to like slide her things. Kind of like Tommy has the holster to put the dragon dagger or the Power Rangers have it to like. I like that, and I include that in some of my designs. The fact of having a slot to you carry your weapon with you, or like He-Man has that like, oh, he can hold the sword behind him. I like a figure that can carry his accessory. I think that's cool. That's just very cool toy making.
Oh, it is very much so.
Yeah. So this is the one to beat. All right, so far the loyal subjects. Oh, and this is the other head. The blue accents kind of make her look raccoonish, but she's all right. Now let's look at the foot assassin here. Here's the box, and it's got like, if you can see it, it looks a lot like Red Hood from Batman.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Definitely.
it look like the Red Hood, but with like Wolverine hands? Oh no, not Wolverine. Lady Deathstrike. Like
Like
when I see
Deathstroke,
these
yeah.
like long finger looking things, I think Lady Deathstrike from X Men. I have to keep it at an angle there because that happens.
Yep. Yep.
That happens. Okay, so let's see. These don't come with any weapons. Their weapons are just like alternate versions of the hands. But okay, let's look at this. Do you see a big difference between these two hands?
Not really.
Okay, then all this. I don't know. Let's see. This is what this is. Specially trained and designed to covertly eliminate targets, the Foot Assassins are among the most feared members of the Foot Clan. The red mask, long claws, and bandaged arms are designed to enhance their ghoulish aura. Okay. So it doesn't say if it's a boy or a girl or a robot, or it's like it's supposed to mimic a female robot or what.
Yeah.
It all, it
Like I said,
all
it's supposed.
it almost seems like a female sculpt because the chest pops out that way. But I could be
Yeah.
wrong on that, and don't. I'm just reading. Though you can't cancel a bio. All I did was read a bio. Everybody relax. It's Jason. The times we live in. That was just a bio.
Yeah.
I have nothing to. I didn't print that, so I have nothing to say on that. But it looks cool. Let's see what it articulates with. So, alright. So the waist, the bottom waist of the here
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty tight, so I don't want to like. I don't know if you can hear that.
Oh yeah, I can hear the clicking.
Yeah, I don't want to like snap or break it. But the head's pretty tight on there too. Uh, let's see some. I'm trying to see if it's the same arms as the Rat King, but no, it's like it is, but it isn't. I don't know if you can see there. Like this was the original sculpt, and they just like warped it to here. They like
Yeah.
retooled it to keep reusing pieces. Yeah, the Rat King has that thing too, where he can't move the bottom part of the abdomen. Yeah, there you go. Looks alright. I don't know if I'm gonna actually. Uh, it isn't knocking my socks off. Honestly, it looks kind of whatever. But maybe that's the design aesthetic. So I have no real info on this character other than the bio card I just read. So there it is. It's not bad, but just honestly out of the wave, I think
Yeah, it
Alopex
looks good.
is the winner of the wave.
Yeah.
And here's a scratched up helmet, alternate helmet the character brings. A couple of more hands. And that is that for the loyal subjects part. And now the ones that I've been waiting to buy for a while. These bad boys.
Yeah. The original OG totals.
Yeah. Let's start with Rahzar here. I know I just destroyed the box, but the blister, but
How
I still
dare
like
you?
that. That blister still looks cool today.
Yeah.
Still a good job. There he is. Oh, you know what'd be cool is if they release this again, but they like change the fur color to make him like old man Rahzar or something. I get him, just like you know what I love this. You got me.
No. You gotta make claimants to the King Kong version of Tokka and Rahzar. You know, they just put that furry King Kong out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Do
yeah.
the same thing with the real life King Kong and the real
Probably
life
make a
Godzilla.
20th version of him.
Yeah.
You know what I recommend this to playmates to do is it's like a San Diego thing. Release this as one pack, but put more paint on it. Like, oh, this is the anniversary of Secret of the Ooze. Okay, so now you get Rahzar and Tokka, highly painted. You know, like you bring a black wash to this because if you obviously have the sculpt, so use the sculpt and like repaint the face better to give him a lot of detail. And like Tokka, I think if you add more detail to the sculpt of this would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Have these green twist ties. know what? Let me get the scissors because I don't want to be here all day.
Okay.
There we go. The hands have these plastic bands to them. There he is. There's my boy.
Are you smelling your action figures?
Yeah, that's the old school thing. I saw this guy doing it the other day too. The Valaverse guy, Bobby Val. He was
Yeah.
reviewing some of the Mondo stuff. And everybody does it just to see what it feels like.
Like I'm maybe just checking the smell of China.
His eyes seem a little funny with the paint. Like, what direction is he? Is he looking that way or this way, or like, is he?
Yeah,
The
I
eyes
mean that
are
from
real
a
rough.
different point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. But he does look cool in these like black pieces. I like that. Same right there. So it comes with this like spider hook thing,
Yeah.
a little piece of rope. He comes with this like skull club that's actually got articulation to the jaw.
Oh wow.
And he's got this like tombstone shield.
I don't remember having that, but okay.
There we go. So far, so good. He's exactly how the old figure was. See if I can delicately there. Okay, so joint wise, he's just like his old version. So good job, playmates. These popped off really easily. So if you're like worried about losing them or something, uh, for the audience, you might want to like glue them on, crazy glue them or super glue them on, and be done with it. Because you're never gonna see the the glue line anyways, because it's on the inside.
Yeah.
That might be something, you know. The toenails are not painted. That's an easy fix. You just get a little paint there, like a 50 cent thing, 53 cents at Walmart or something. Like just pass one little brush stroke and you're done. I'm happy he's here. There he
I know
is.
he's your favorite, dude. He's your favorite.
Well, this is one of the lines I collect, so
Yeah.
I'm in for this. I'm happy with this. I have other turtle lines, but he's good. He's good. Now let's look at Tokka. Movie star Tokka, the sinister snapping turtle. Cut him out. I like the colors that they picked because they're harkening on the colors that NECA picked. Because that's one of the few things of NECA that I still have. The movie version of Rahzar and Tokka. Well, the only Rahzar and Tokka, but the movie one.
Oh, okay.
I like this color that they picked for reprinting him because this is basically a reprint, but it's a rerun of the figure. I think it looks good. Look at these colors here. The back of the shell really pops on camera.
Yeah.
And I like how this isn't like yellowy. It's sort of a dirt yellow. So good stuff here. Good stuff. I like how the pads are all like deep black too.
Yeah. Now you can make a comparison video of all three of them.
Yeah.
NECA, the two Playmates.
I don't think he needs a belt. There, I think you don't really need this either. I think their movie looks, are a lot closer to this. But that could just be me.
It could be the filming that we used to watch too as a kid. Maybe there's some details there that we didn't see. Like, there's been a lot of movies that we watched and go, I don't remember that scene. I don't remember that. Or I don't remember them having that on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for him, his weapons are the same as the slash weapons because it's the slash book. So you have this big mace, thing. You have slashes bended up, side. This nunchucky looking thing, which is like just one piece. And the black blade.
Yeah.
I like it. I will say it's a different plastic because you hear the hollowness of it. It's the toy is the same, but the plastic they use on here is different than the original. And they didn't. Maybe I should.
Stuff in the original one that was probably not chemically good for us anymore.
Yeah, I might go in and like just touch this up a little bit. Maybe get a yellow to kind of touch up the fingernails, because if I want this to be like my screen accurate one, I should do a little work on it. But cool stuff here. Nice work, Playmates, getting me to get this guy again. After 10,000 years, I'm free. So this was these are my favorites. Honestly, like I love these stuff. Very cool.
Playmates should have a new saying: retro toys made for adults, played by kids.
Yeah. Let's put his belt back on. Just, what the hell? It's weird. I love like figures with weapons, and I just like a sentence ago I said how much I like this idea of having a figure with a slot to hold their weapons. But For some reason, I don't like this. I'm not. I don't know. It's cool. It's fun.
I don't remember them having weapons in the movie. I don't remember them having belts either.
Uh, yeah, you'd have to like bring up the NECA one.
Well, because I remember them destroying New York by hand. I remember them fighting the turtles by hand. I don't remember them actually having physical weapons like a knife, a ball and mace, stuff like that, you know.
He has a little slot for holding the bent up side,
Yeah.
and I don't know what you would do with this because since it's just one piece, this nunchuck doesn't. Well, let's try it. Since I already have the figure there. There he is. And let's switch out one of the weapons here. Let's move the spider one, the spider hook thing out of the way, and give him his tombstone shield. And there they are, ready for
Nice.
battle. And with that, I think we are going to end this section of the podcast, and we'll be right back. You ready for some news, buddy?
Always in. Let's go.
Rock and roll. So there was one news item from last week or last time we recorded that I didn't get to talk about, and something I was kind of interested in and looking forward to, but it's the one thing that carries over to this week's episode is I'll let you get started on this, but the topic is NECA's movie style Rocksteady and Bebop. We didn't get to talk about
Oh,
it
yes. I know what you're talking about.
because they had teased, what would a what if line and could there
Hmm.
be and what would it look like and like just add on to the movie universe, quote
Yeah.
unquote. So I'll let you
So,
go.
so I saw those at the Toy Fair on Pixel Dan. Shout out to Pixel Dan for that. He was the very first one to get to see it, and honestly, I think they look fantastic for what they are. I think they look better than Michael Bay's Turtles of Michael Bay's Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah, I think if I was collecting that line, I would definitely pick those up. Even though they're not canon, that's not the point of these ones. These ones are just what if line, like you said. It's like what if they made a Baxter Stockman for a movie? They would probably do that one too. I think they're fantastic looking for what they are. Now, again, NECA is known for keep it in the box situation, as people have said in many different podcasts and different uh, things I've watched on YouTube. Is you put them on a shelf for too long and they start falling apart. You keep it in the box and it looks fantastic for the rest of the life. I don't know how true that really is because I don't own any NECA toys yet. Like I said, yet, 'cause like I said earlier, I want the Kevin Eastman Peter Lloyd 40th anniversary ones. So we'll see what happens. And I like to display my stuff. I don't like to keep it in the boxes normally. So
Yeah. All right. So yeah, honest. Okay. So if you want, you can mark this. We're at an hour and 9 minutes. So if you want to use this for like a YouTube short or whatever, because
okay.
sometimes. Okay. So I'm gonna go in on this. So I saw the thing and talking to the NECA reps about it, they said that they
Hmm.
hired somebody to come up with these concepts, and these are not specifically to anything, right?
Right. They're just
They're,
a
they
concept art.
yeah, they're not even concept art because
No, I mean they're there, but I mean it would have been a concept for the movie that they existed. Yeah.
okay, so here's what really like just in theory really disappointed the hell out of me is this is not like concept art. By that I mean
this isn't like drawings that Eastman and Laird did,
No.
and they just didn't make it into the movie. This was they hired somebody specifically, and they were like, you know what, kind of do what you want here, but this is the aesthetic, and this bothers me because as a kid, you wanted Rocksteady and Bebop in the Ninja Turtles universe, right? In the movie
Oh,
universe,
always. Yeah. Yeah.
you wanted to see what they would look like, and this is just like on. And I'm not gonna get all hot and huffy and puffy, but really, it's more like it's just like an art commission, right? It,
Yeah.
bro,
Well,
I have to think that Eastman and Laird actually drew something of Rocksteady and Bebop, and it just didn't make it into the movie. Like just like they probably did something for Krang or or Irma or whatever. Come on, bro. Like, I
well,
created
my
right here, bro. Like, and I said this point last time. Like, I created this right here, Mascara Fighters. This is all
yeah.
me. You tell me we got fully funded. We're gonna go and do the Mascara Fighters movie. You don't think I'm gonna start coming up with concepts and designs and drawings for the good guys, for the bad guys, for the robot? For all of this. You don't need to commission anybody out because I'm on screen. We're doing a show, and I'm saying I do it. And here's another thing that bothers me, just like in the design of it itself, is that Eastman and Laird created this. So it wasn't just like me, megalomaniac or whatever, like, oh, he wants his vision. Even if Eastman didn't want to draw Rocksteady and Bebop, or Laird didn't want to draw Rocksteady and Bebop, one of them must have said, hey, look, what would it look like? So there has to be a drawing of this, of their actual stuff. If you told me that this is actually what Eastman and Laird did and it was cut from the movie, I'd accept it a lot more. Just as a look. This is just like art commission, just for an art commission, which is it. I don't like the
Yeah.
style. I don't like the connections to it. I honestly don't like anything about this at all. Like I said, there's no history to it, so I wouldn't even if I were collecting NECA, there's no history to this. If it's cut from the movie, fine, let's bring it in, because you can do whatever you want here, right? It's Randy's toy line, so he can do whatever he wants with it, whatever. It's
Yeah.
his business. But me personally, I think it just feels like an art commission. You know what it feels like? You ever bought a comic book, but with a blank cover, and then you like give it to somebody, like one of the indie artists at Artist Alley or something like that, and like, hey, well, draw Batman with Superman logo on him, and that somebody you commission somebody. It's an art commission. Art commission somebody. Hey, you got Blender, you got Maya, you got Substance Painter. You come up with a sculpt. You come up with it, and this is kind of what I have an idea for you to do. This wasn't what the line could have been, and I think it's a total dud as a failure. As aesthetically looking, yes, Rocksteady looks like he belongs in the world of dinosaurs. And if you want to go that way, okay, fine, because it's Jim Henson's studio, so you're kind of borrowing from Jim Henson's designs, anyways. So, like I said, if you're playing in that playground, go ahead. But come on, bro. It honestly seems like really, bro. Like, and this is like the series creator in me that's bothered by this,
Yeah. I can tell. I can
and
tell.
the collector side of me. So you're pissing me. Honestly, it's pissing me off on both sides, like from the
Well,
collector and from the creator side. So I don't like
okay.
it from either one. I
So
really don't like it.
let me. I think if I remember right, and this came out of Kevin Eastman's mouth. They didn't do any concept art for Bebop or Rocksteady for the second movie at all, or the first movie, because, well, definitely for not for the first movie, because that was just based on the original comic book, basically. The second movie, they wanted to add two new bad guys to it, but Kevin Eastman and Peter Lorre says not Bebop or Rocksteady. They kind of like just said no to that. I remember seeing an interview about it, and I could be wrong. I will go watch that interview again, but they didn't want Bebop or Rocksteady. So the storyline goes that person that wrote the story wanted Bebop and Rocksteady, and they told him, no, we're not doing that. They're too much of a, comic style. We don't really want the comic in the movies. We want more of a serious type movie. And so they got Tokka and Rahzar instead. So I don't think there is any concept art out there. You are right. This is just an art piece, a concept art of somebody else's that has nothing to do with Kevin Eastman and Peter Lloyd. But at the same point, because there probably is no artwork for it, there's really nothing else you could do but hire someone that has a vision. So yes, I understand how frustrated you could be at this and how frustrated it could be as a collector as well. Because as a collector, it doesn't fit into what I would be collecting if a movie line. It's the same thing with Lord Draken in the Super 17 for me. He's not part of the original line. Why would I want to buy him? You know, it's that's the same idea in my mind. That just pisses me off that they went a total tangent. And this is the same idea. They brought in Bebop and Rocksteady for the movie line, and they have nothing to do with the movie line at all. So I can see the frustration as a collector and as someone that doesn't have the rights to create something that doesn't belong to them. But they do have the right because they have the license. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, like I'm not even like I'm not getting heated. I'm just trying to be as constructive as possible because we are doing a show and we try to be as professional, you know,
Yeah.
you know. And I do appreciate for what it is, even though it's not my style or my thing. But like it's like there's no connection here. It was just an art commission, 100% an
Mhm.
art commission. And okay, but you go back to the thing about they wanted to bring in mutants, but the Rocksteady and Bebop issue. The Rocksteady and Bebop issue is more an issue with Fred Wolf because Fred Wolf claimed that he created Rocksteady and Bebop, and that's not true because we have. Remember when they did the Turtles Forever, whatever the Turtles documentary, right?
Yeah, Turtles.
They they had Rocksteady and Michelangelo holding a stick as the concept figures, right? Those two
Yeah.
figures Eastman and Laird are on video holding these two freaking characters, pitching the show to Playmates to create a toy line. So you're not gonna tell me Fred Wolf? Come on, bro. That's
Of course
Fred Wolf.
not.
I don't even know the guy, but that's I understand what he did to modernize and like fit the Ninja Turtles from comic into TV. I get his contributions. I'm not taking away his contributions, but really, you're not going to say Rocksteady and Bebop aren't part of the lore if we have literal day one footage, right?
Yeah.
They even said it. They bought a camera and they put it in the corner and they said film it and they just press record and they say, hey, look, we got a Rocksteady and we have a Michelangelo with a stick. So come on, bro. There's no way these characters didn't exist. There's no way you couldn't have had some. Okay, forget the commission and forget everything for a second, okay? Eastman and Laird are still with us, right? No, they
Oh
haven't
yeah,
passed
sure.
away. They're still. You could just go up to them and say, "Hey, bro, you know what? It's 2025. Draw me Rocksteady and Bebop as if they were in this universe, and they could do that today."
Oh, they could. Yeah, they could.
Okay, they're creators that are still around, and you could have just told them today, "Hey, look, these were designed by Eastman and Laird, so ideally these would fit in that universe." And then you have a history, you have a connection to it, even if you didn't actually film this or anything. You have a connection
Yeah.
from the creators. You know what I mean? So you could bring that back. You could have tied this all together, and that would have been a beautiful story. And honestly, that could have been another documentary for the Ninja Turtles because they could have had it, Ninja Turtles and NECA. Oh, these are characters because they're gonna come up with another concept. They're gonna have April, Judith Hogue in the yellow jumpsuit, and that is concepty as hell because I wasn't in the movie. She wasn't wearing the yellow jumpsuit from the cartoon in the movie, but we're gonna get her.
No,
That's the
only
next
she was.
one.
No, she had a yellow jacket in the movie though. That was
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
The
no, but
very
she's gonna
opening
come out in
scene.
the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it's like you
Um,
could just ask Eastman and Laird to draw this stuff. They're the creators of it. I created Mascara Fighters. You tell me to create want to draw a movie version of Mascara Fighters, I'm gonna do it. There's no way I'm there as a creative. This like really challenging, and you can actually get these guys to do this. It's not like
Yeah.
Jerry Siegel, the creator of Superman. So that guy's not around anymore, so you can't tell him to draw this stuff. Eastman and Laird are still walking around, and they're still in the game. You can't ask what do you call it, Stan Lee to do anything because unfortunately he's passed on. But
Yeah.
these two guys are here. You could the creators of this stuff are still around to do this. You could literally pick up the phone, call them, draw Rocksteady and Bebop. We're gonna make them in the Turtles universe. Bam, that's it, bro. One phone call, bro. And honestly, too, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. NECA's made enough money with Ninja Turtles that they can have this conversation. This
Oh
isn't like
yeah, and
they don't have to be like tiptoeing. They're
yeah.
doing Lawson Turtles now, or like every single
Okay, let's
comic
go.
book, they're getting a version of it now to do because they just keep more turtles and more turtles. And like,
Yeah.
there's no way one phone call couldn't have fixed this whole thing, or two phone calls.
Well,
Call East
yes, and
later.
you're absolutely right because they have worked with Kevin Eastman at least. I don't know if they've worked with Peter Lloyd. They did the Kevin Eastman Trash Man guy from the first movie, and that was with Kevin Eastman himself. The 40th anniversary tours I was talking about earlier in this episode. That was a Kevin Eastman collab. I don't know if Peter Lloyd was with them or not, but they had the Peter Lloyd drawing because there's actually two different turtles originally, not just the ones that Playmate made, but they actually have an original Kevin Eastman and a Peter Lloyd. If you remember the documentary, they both drew their own turtles and they kind of combined it. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and that's
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
just a
my little
company's
rant. But
decision. Okay. It's just the company's decision, and that's where it comes down to. Not
yeah,
everybody's gonna like it, not everybody's gonna love it, and people might love it, but they might.
yeah. Just one call could have avoided this whole thing.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's do some more NECA. NECA's doing an Archie version of Wrestler Ace Duck, and it's coming to Walmart Collecticon. This should be dropping really soon, along with a couple more characters. But what you got any thoughts on that? Because I couldn't. No thoughts. What do you think?
I don't really have thoughts on that. No.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on with that. Next, Big Bad Big Bad Toy Store is having an ultimate sale. It's an ongoing sale because they're still doing the sale from Christmas. They still have like the Christmas prices, and we're like
Almost
really deep
halfway through
into
the
March.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I haven't been on Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth in a while. I don't take that back. I was on there yesterday, Big Bad, but I didn't look at any of the special stuff. Every once in a while I'll just hop on there and see because they're still selling the Lightning collection. They're still selling uh a lot of the different stuff there. But it's not just all about the Power Ranger stuff that I look at. I also look at some of the Batman stuff and some of the other because they got stuff. Big Bad Toy Store. I like them a little bit better than like Entertainment Earth for seeing different things because they do everything from U.S., Japan, and some other countries. And that makes a big difference. And just going to Entertainment Earth, that's everything's pretty much just U.S. based. Like I say a lot of times to certain people I talk to is that if you want U.S. products, basically just go to Entertainment Earth or Big Bad. But if you want anything kind of like special from like Japan or other countries, go to Big Bad because they're gonna carry that stuff. Entertainment Earth barely ever does that.
yeah. You can go to Shozy and
Yeah.
even other e-tailers, but they also they got their sale is on some of the reaction ones. So if you're collecting some of the reaction lines, you could probably get some good figures there. Here's where I'm waiting for them to add the other waves of Turtles Ultimates because I'm probably gonna get them, but I'm not gonna pay no $55 for an Ultimate,
Well, that's like
especially as light as they're packing these days. No, bro, I'm not paying $55 for like Dunking Donnie or even the rock and roll ones.
yeah. Well, that's like the Bulk Skull and
Uh,
Glowing Green Ranger. I would probably just wait until they go on sale. And the longer you wait, the more price drops they get because people ain't buying those ones. People ain't buying the Ninja Turtle stuff very much right now. So they do drop after a while. It just takes a while.
yeah, but I will be getting more Ultimates, just like I said. Not right now.
Yeah.
I'm interested in
Plus,
getting the Rat King. Let's see. I'd probably get the Rock and Roll Turtles, even if it's three of them. Whatever, I guess. I the I want to get the Triceratops, and that's kind of tempting, but it's $55 still. I want the robot Rocksteady and Bebop. Those look cool.
oh
So
yeah.
those are some. And if I have to, like, honestly, I'll pay $30 for that. The variant of Metalhead, because it's like, all right, bro, let's just go. I mean, I already have Zack and the Neutrino, might as well. But
Yeah.
probably the last figure I would ever buy that line would probably be the Gorilla one.
Yeah.
That's like that is literally. I'd have to see him for like $27 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not paying no $85 or whatever. They're not for me, buddy. Not that'd have to be deep discount. That'd be like, and I don't know, but that's just me though. Uh, let's move on to the next news item here, which is NECA, your company there. They're doing they're doing a glow in the dark, a glowing Fugitoid.
Well, that's kind of
So
neat. That's kind of
yeah,
neat. Yeah.
he's in all green glows. So there's that. Uh, Next news item is Tales of the TMNT. They're mix and match the 2 packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are on sale right now at Walmart because I've seen them for like $7. You can get them both. You can get like one is
Yeah.
like Leo and a robot, and the other one is Raph and another robot. The Megazords things that they call
Because there's one with Metalhead and I think it's Donnie. Is it Splinter? Metalhead and Splinter, I think it is. But yeah, yes, actually Walmart has a lot of stuff on sale right now. That's McFarlane, Playmates. A lot of their toy manufacturers have a lot of things on sale because when I go shopping there for food, I always have to go down the toy aisle. That's just me. I always have to, and I've been noticing these sales, and I don't know if they're just trying to get rid of the old stock because all the new stuff's coming, or if just it's not being bought. But like the Turtle line, most of the stuff at my WalMarts are gone. Like all the turtles are just pretty much all been bought. There's only like a few different ones that are like still there.
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to get rid of them, or try to make space for the new stuff from the toy fair coming in. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So we are back again. Sorry, a little technical issue. I don't know what's going on here. StreamYard has done an update and everything's going AWOL.
Yeah. So getting back to it, we were talking about the 2 packs going on clearance,
Yeah.
the mix and match ones at Walmart. So if you want to get them for $7, you can get both figures. So there's something there. Next news item here is Mattel's doing the character Blade from the Motu movie ones. So that one's coming, and on the box art, I'll probably get it today. I actually ordered Evelyn, so
Hmm.
I have He-Man and Evelyn. We might do an episode. It'll probably be way in the future because it takes them so long to release movie versions of characters.
Yeah.
But once I have them all, I think that'd be kind of cool to at least have the main roster. But that's a
Hmm.
much further along show idea. But they have Blade coming for sure, and on the box art it's teased the Sorceress and Gold Skeletor. You know the final
Awesome.
of Skeletor in the movie.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
in the
watched that movie a lot.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the packaging kind of spoils that he might be coming. So there's that. Next news item, and I'm sure this will be cleared up soon, but the Playmates sewer layer, the Amazon page, it's been going up and down and up and down. So I don't know. Maybe there is some of the higher ups are like trying to figure out a price point for it.
I don't think they're figuring out price point. I think they're supposed to have a certain. Okay, so I've seen Amazon do this, where they post something early, and then they get told you're not supposed to post it yet, and they keep doing it for a while, and they make mistakes that way. I've
Yeah,
seen Amazon do that. I've seen other companies do that too. If something gets posted early, and people start freaking out about it, and I find it interesting. Like the company's trying to tease, hey, look, we got it, because they probably do. They probably have it in the warehouses, you know.
yeah,
But the company is probably like not supposed to be released till July or August or whatever. Don't put it up there. What are you doing? You
yeah,
know.
yeah. That's probably it. Next is the re-release, the classic Technodrome, the smaller one.
Yeah.
It's on sale for $65 on Amazon. So if you're trying to get it, that's a really good
Yeah.
deal. If
Oh,
you
it's a
don't,
great
this,
deal.
yeah, if you don't mind a snug, uh, fitting Technodrome, go get it. Next news item is Club Grayskull's returning, and the reason why I'm covering this is because the the Ninja Turtles, the Turtles of Grayskull thing, it's over, right? It's basically done.
Yeah.
But I figure maybe that'd be a good place to put like characters you didn't release as one-offs. So if you just we designed Baxter for the line or something, but the line doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore, you can release it as a one-off. Like, oh, it's the Club Grayskull exclusive of the Baxter from the line. So
Yeah, it's possible.
because
It's a great
I don't think
idea.
they want to commit to doing another Turtles line anymore. I think, but once in a while, maybe one. Kind of how they do with the movie line, with
Yeah.
the He-Man movies. Maybe that'd be something. The next news item here is the Playmates is releasing the military turtles. They're releasing those.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah,
told you about
yeah,
those at one point.
yeah. They're coming to Walmart Collecticon.
Hmm.
I've seen them shipping as all four of them at once, but I don't know if they're releasing them in like single packs.
Oh, I have no idea.
So you might want to check back on that. And the
Yeah.
last news item for today, and we were waiting a little bit to talk about this, and I'll let you start here because we talked off air a little bit about this. And with this, we can. This will be the last topic of the day. Is I'm going to say it like this: treat this part of the show, this final part of the show, as rumors or hearsay because this has not been officially confirmed more. But ideally, or whatever, the idea going around is that Power Rangers is going to have a new show on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's going to be by the Percy Jackson movies, the writers and the producers of that
Hmm.
project, and it's proud. It's so we waited like at least 24 hours before we even talked about this. So
Yeah.
it's projected to be 8 episodes now because it's a Disney Plus run, and for whatever it is, hypothetically. So maybe Paramount is out or whatever, or this could just all be BS, honestly, because this wasn't confirmed by anybody's big. It's one article on the Wrap, and I've seen a couple of videos of people hypothetically thinking what this could be, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It seems kind of fake to me, but go on, go. You have your
Okay. So my opinion is 2010 all over again. Um, we're supposed to be getting a CGI remake of Power Rangers, and that happened during the Disney years originally. And to know that Disney has maybe a possibility could happen, uh, Power Rangers reboot in the project, I find it kind of hard to believe, but not at all. I can believe that it could be a possibility because Disney has Star Wars and they're doing fantastic. It's a Hasbro, um, IP. They know Power Rangers kind of because they had them for a long time, but it's not in stone. Would people like to see that happen again? I think a lot of them would because, during that era, Power Rangers was a good show, and that had a lot of good shows through the Disney years, good graphics and all that. But I don't know if Disney would want to go back down that path because they really didn't want it in the first place. Paramount would be an awesome idea to have Power Rangers, especially on Paramount Plus. But again, Paramount Plus, Paramount, Disney Plus, Netflix. I really don't think they should be limiting themselves to one network. Honestly, I think it should be. I mean, Paramount Plus does this. I mean, they'll have like the Tales of the Turtles, and all of a sudden now Tales of the Turtles are on Netflix. Yeah, that show started on Paramount Plus, but now it's on Netflix. Um, But I know Disney. Disney doesn't allow anything to go on Netflix. So people that don't have Disney Plus that are Power Ranger fans or don't have Paramount Plus, I don't see that being a really good option. I really think what they should do, even though they're saying that Disney is supposedly getting it, I think they should just put it on YouTube. Have a YouTube subscription to YouTube TV. It would give people a reason to buy YouTube TV or subscribe to it, at least for a little bit, because everybody uses YouTube, you know. Uh, but I don't really see Disney buying this as a full on franchise. Now, what people are saying is that they think Disney will be buying the whole IP because Disney doesn't like having parts of IPs usually. They want the whole shebang. So that's why I say I don't think Disney's the one going to actually be doing it because if Disney can't own everything of Power Rangers like before, why would they buy it all back from Hasbro to say you Playmates is making the toys, and now Disney owns everything. It doesn't make any sense. And like I said, Disney is the ones that really want to buy the IP of everything that they own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see Disney buying Power Rangers back, having their hand in it. I don't think that either because they don't own it.
Okay. So that's your take on it. I'll say this. Honestly, I'm tired of rumors. Let's be real. Like, ain't that enough rumors? They're like, oh, another show is coming, and like these people are gonna make it, and no, the guy of the end of the effing world is gonna produce it, and no, Jonathan Entwistle, or no, this people are.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the reboot talks, bro. At least Playmates, stood on business, whether you like their stuff or not. They actually produced something that I'm so tired of.
Well,
Yes,
that's why I didn't.
that's like.
That's why I didn't report it on my channel, was because I didn't want to go down that road because I didn't have any hard evidence, like you said. And even though I was ready to do it, I double taked it. I was like, everybody's so excited for this reboot. Why would I report on something that's not factual yet?
No, no,
And if,
no.
if Disney came out and go, yeah, we're gonna be having this show. It's gonna come out in 2026 on January 1st or whatever. It's gonna be side by side with the new Playmates toy line, something like that. I would be okay. I'll report it. But like you said, it's tiring to do the same old, oh, it's a rumor. It's a rumor.
Yeah,
I wasn't even excited for it when I heard Disney. I was like, yeah.
yeah. But okay, we're tired of the rumor it's basically the boy that cried wolf. You know what I mean? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. After a while, you're gonna get bit by that wolf. Well, just because
Yeah,
you've been crying about that wolf for a while and people stop caring. Like, no, putting that to the
yeah,
side. 'Cause let's try and like just look at things objectively here, because that's one of the things we try to pride ourselves on in this show. We're not shills. We try to look at things for what they are.
yep.
It's been about 15 years since Disney was involved with a Power Rangers project, right? Because they
That's
stopped it
about right.
in
Yeah,
2009 or whatever, because 2010 was just like cutting up and resplicing the show, but it wasn't an actual full production of Power Rangers
no,
or whatever. So it's been about 15 years since Disney and Power Rangers were involved with each other. To be
yeah,
fair, in those 15 years, a lot of things have happened. A lot of people have owned. Bro, did Hasbro bought back the license? Not Hasbro. I'm sorry. The
Disney.
Neo Saban era happened. The
Yeah,
Hasbro era happened. The blank years happened. The 2010 Gap thing. The rumors of Paramount. The 2017 movie. A lot of things happened in these 15 years. So I'm thinking you must have changed, like, you know, corporate presidents or corporate heads at least 5 times in those 15 years, right? Because those jobs are like, so who's ever running the ship, oh, we don't like you, move on. We don't like you, move on. We'll blame you for the stock being low or whatever. Just
yeah.
business. It's a figurehead, right? So you figure
Oh
who's
yeah.
making those decisions has been gone, been gone. So that you think of it now as like who's ever currently at this moment running the Disney department of Disney Plus, because this is rumored to be just the Disney Plus thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they are actually Power Ranger fans, So let's look optimistically, right? Maybe they are, and they want to
Okay.
bring
Okay.
Power Rangers. So let's try not to just be boo, like a lot of fandoms can be, because what's the point of seeing that boo? I don't like it. Click. We don't have to do a
Okay.
2 hour
Well.
podcast. I don't like it. That's 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like 2 seconds to say I don't like it. We're done. So
Well, I will say this. We're gonna look at it a positive way, and I know the concept of why they're rebooting Power Rangers. Yes, Disney would probably be the best way of doing it because it's Disney. It's still a kids network. They have nice shows that are meant for kids on Disney Plus. At least they did when I had it. And they keep bringing back old cartoons, like I believe X-Men uh 98 is supposed to be coming to Disney Plus. And
yeah,
people are hoping for the Spider-Man
season.
show from the 90s is, well, they're hoping that Disney will pick that up. So in this case, in a positive light, yes, I could see Disney doing it for all the right reasons. And maybe it is just the one section. Maybe they are just trying to get um the video side of it, entertainment side of it. There we go,
Yeah,
the entertainment side. So you would have Playmates making toys. You would have Disney doing the entertainment side, the movies, the videos. You would have, and then just paying off Hasbro a little bit at a time for using their IP. Yeah, as we all know, Hasbro is done with building toys as much as possible. Um, that's very, you know, everybody knows that they want to go AI situation. So yeah, Disney would be a good hit for a reboot situation,
yeah.
and I think it would probably work when I'm really thinking about it now. Now I really have to think about it. Overall, for what it is and the concept that Hasbro wanted to do with it, that would actually work out beautifully. As long as
Oh,
they got a good actor and actresses to do it.
okay.
Because
Now
you
the
don't,
other side of the coin.
okay.
Let's look at the other side of the coin of why this seems so rumory. Number one, we got the AI version of Power Rangers coming in 2 months, right? Because that's launching for sure. That's already done. That's in the can. That's coming out in July. So
Hmm.
we're like 65 days away from that release. There's okay, so we have that. So that makes the rumors seem more rumory, more fake. Another thing that makes it seem real fake, we're doing Mighty Morphin again. So there's no way we're gonna do Mighty Morphin with Playmates and Hasbro their AI version, and then a year from now or a year and a half from now, we're gonna go back to the. We're gonna make a brand new TV show on Disney Plus, and we're gonna do Mighty Morphin again. It goes back to the Ninja Turtle argument of loyal subjects doing IDW Turtles, and now McFarlane, 2 years later, is gonna do IDW Turtles. Like, no, bro, no. That makes no sense whatsoever. Especially with Playmates saying that they got. We talked about this yet last time. Playmates has a 3-year deal, so
Yeah.
we're gonna do Mighty. They already said we're doing Mighty Morphin for 3 years. So where would this show fit? Or you'd have to give this part of the license to somebody else, right? Like we were talking about. What would if Loyal Subjects got the Power Ranger license, they'd have to do the Boom Comics. If another company
Yeah.
came in to do the Disney Plus toys, cause come on. And if people are hating the Disney toy, I mean, the Playmate stuff now, can you imagine 2 years from now when this show would be actually ready to launch and show? Come on. That makes me like question the hell out of it. Okay, this would be
Well,
the
here.
tiniest show ever of Power Rangers 2 because it would be probably 8 episodes because they say that Disney usually does like very small episodes, and the rumor is that it's going to be an 8 episode show. So, like the smallest shows we've done have been, and we talked off air about this a little bit, was the Alien Rangers and Cosmic Fury, which were like 10 episodes each, right?
Yeah.
So you're taking even more. Can you imagine, bro? Cosmic Fury was like breakneck speed with their storylines. What are you gonna do in 8 episodes? You're gonna do
Well,
my
yeah.
what the hell kind of story are you gonna tell in 8 episodes? You could do a lot in 8 episodes, but
Ninja Turtles
when it comes to
again.
Power Rangers Mighty Morphin,
But
like,
yeah, but see, here's the other thing too.
you're
Everybody's like,
telling me, you're not telling me.
well,
What are you
here's
doing
the
in
other,
8 episodes, bro?
here's the
For
other thing.
real
What
talk.
happened in that movie? What happened in the movie that was supposed to be made? That's the
Yeah,
other rumor that was supposed to
yeah.
happen.
What happened with Paramount? Is Paramount out, or is Paramount? Because Paramount was aren't we supposed to be doing that movie, and that's the testing ground? And if it does well, uh, Paramount can buy out Hasbro and keep the license or become majority holder or whatever. But I don't think
Well,
Paramount just like walk away from that either. That doesn't make any sense, especially considering they're looking at it from a movie universe standpoint. You're gonna walk away from movie universe money to make a Disney Plus show? Does that make any sense? That's the
it
stupidest
doesn't
thing
make
I've heard.
any. Well, again, you brought up the toy situation, and actually, when I think about it, if let's just say they do a reboot, and yeah, I know Playmates has the Power Ranger line set up for 3 years. Fine, but let's think about a Power Ranger line for 3 years, contracted in from Playmates, and someone brings a movie or a TV show in. Playmates still could do a line just for that because, again, if it's still Mighty Morphin, this would be Mighty Morphin, the Disney Mighty Morphin characters, or if they make a movie, having just the movie line. And yes, people would probably be like, "This ain't 1995 movies." Well, that's not supposed to be the 1995 movie. It's supposed to be the new 2027 movie or whatever.
Yeah,
It can happen. I mean, look at Turtles. They do multiple different lines for the same Turtles. And yes, I know they've been around forever and a day, but if they wanted to, they could. And at this point, I really don't care who owns the Power Ranger Entertainment line. I just want to see something
yeah,
from them. I would see, even a cartoon would be cool. A Power Ranger cartoon. I've seen people speculate on that one too. Oh, it's going to be a cartoon. Well, okay, well, let's see it, you know.
Yeah, this seems fake too because when we when we were talking about the Paramount thing, the Paramount thing has been ongoing for a couple of years now. They've been wanting to get the Power Ranger license. This idea of a Disney Plus show, this is just coming in air.
Hmm.
If you want to like like tinfoil hat, if you want to be like that, very conspiracy, super conspiracy, you can kind of like look at the what Playmates is doing with their re-releasing of the 8-inch toys that Bandai did. So if you want to put on the tinfoil hat, you can. Oh, maybe Bandai's gonna do the the Disney Plus toys because they have to. All of these people had to be talking with each other. So, but come on, that's really like tinfoil hatty, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
you got to call Jesse Ventura or somebody. Somebody like that to help you with that level of conspiracy, bro. That's like it'd be something, but yeah, come. I don't know, bro. It's very hard for me to believe that.
Oh,
Or if
I'm just
it's
gonna wait.
another project, yeah, man. Like you're,
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and wait and see what happens. Because when Disney does something, they hit hard all over social media. When
yeah,
Paramount does something, it hits hard, especially if it's an IP that everybody knows. So yeah,
yeah,
we'll just sit back and watch the roller coaster go up and down.
yeah. The thing that kind of broke today was that saying that this was gonna be co-produced, so Disney's gonna have some say in in the new Power Ranger Plus show,
Hmm.
but Hasbro still has retaining power for it, which, like you said, it doesn't make any sense because if Disney's coming in, they're coming in all the way. They're not a. They don't need this show. Honestly, they don't need to. They have enough content. Disney, just with Star Wars alone, they have enough content. They don't. Oh man, we're not gonna make it without Power Rangers. Nah, I mean, if Disney Plus wants to talk about Mask of the Fighters, that's something else. But like, really, that doesn't make any. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense. And
Well,
even if you want
here's
to believe it, okay, right?
yeah.
Let's be that guy. Let's believe it. So you mean to tell me, right? If everything is true, we're gonna have three different Mighty Morphin, four different Mighty Morphin things coming out at the same exact time because the Hasbro movie that might still be happening, right? So that's gonna be
Hmm.
a Mighty Morphin. The Disney Plus is gonna be a Mighty Morphin. The Boom comics are still very much living in Mighty Morphin, right?
Yeah.
And Playmates, their AI version of Mighty Morphin, four different timelines of the same Mighty Morphin. Come on, bro.
It's
Come
too
on, man.
much.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is today I was looking up, the people that were reporting on this originally, and now they're kind of backtracking themselves. I think it's hilarious because when they first promoted it, it sounded like, oh, it's hardcore evidence and all this, and now they're like, the rumor is. I'm like,
Yeah,
really? No, it's a rumor now. Yeah. So
yeah, but
it's
there's
like,
no way
okay.
Power Rangers is not strong enough to do that, bro. As much as I like Power Rangers or whatever, or no, bro.
And see, now,
Especially
then
with
you
the
bring,
fan base the way it is right now, and
yeah. Yeah, so you're not gonna go take your kids to a Power Ranger movie and they go, hey, let's go watch the new Power Ranger show. Well, these ain't the same people. They ain't even the same actors. What the heck's going on here? No, that's a good way to kill an IP real fast.
it's a good way to
Just have
confuse
more.
people too, because they're all going to
Yeah.
use basically the same idea: dinosaur
Hmm.
heads, morphers, blade blasters. Like a lot of this is going to repeat, and so oh no, I want the Disney Plus version of the Red Ranger. Oh no, I want the Boom Comics version of the Red Ranger. I want the Bandai Red Ranger. Come on, no,
Yeah.
it's not like Turtles. Turtles can do that just 'cause, Turtles is one of those weird things that could do that, but
Yeah. It's just. Mm.
it's weird. It could do that, but I
It's
don't
gonna
see
take.
Power Rangers having that type of muscle to do that, bro.
It's
Honestly,
gonna. It's gonna take time. If Power Rangers does it right, if Playmates does it right, they could have another turtle line. But it would take time and effort and okay, a miracle. It would take a miracle, honestly. But I don't think what's going on right now with Power Rangers themselves, not the toy line, but the show,
Yeah,
there's too much in the air
yeah,
for any of this to be hard fact because nobody in the industry is saying it's hard fact. It's always a pop up of somebody saying, "We found this and that," because, well, who goddamn knows? Sorry for
yeah,
being frank about it, but no one actually has hard evidence that John Cena said he's going to be the Red Ranger, or I'm just joking about that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what I mean,
But I get
you know, or Walt Disney has come back and said Power Rangers is the biggest thing. Let's go buy it.
you.
There is
Yeah,
no hard evidence. There's no contracts out there anywhere to see or signed, or the president himself of Paramount said, well, we decided not to make the movie. We decided to give all the rights to Disney because they could do a better job.
bro.
You
I
know.
saw some people. I honestly saw some people online, and I was like, I don't want to start a thing with because I really don't. I'm not that type of person. There's some fans that are like hoping Saban buys the brand back for like the third time. Come on, bro. Really? You think Saban's gonna buy them back again? Come on,
Well,
bro.
I
Really?
I don't I don't
Really?
think so. Okay. Well, okay.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna go
buy it
in
for
deep.
like what? Like $40? Come on, bro.
I'm gonna go in deep on this one because the truth of the matter is, Saban has his way of doing things, and the way he would do things is nothing that people want to see at the moment. Well, actually, everybody wants to see it, but the concept of what's going on right now is not that. So, if Saban bought it back, just say it, if he would buy it, and this is the reason why they want him to buy it back. So they would just take the Sentai footage and make it what it's supposed to be. That's what Saban would do: is go back to Bandai, be Bandai. I want to make toys with you again. You make the best toys, and then we're gonna take the Super Sentai show of whatever it is that's the most popular one at the moment that people are watching right now, and turn it into the next American show. And that's what people want. I mean, if you listen to the old time when people go, "We don't want a reboot. We don't want Cosmic Theory to end like this. We want it just to continue on the way it's been for over a century," you know. And it sucks in a way because like they don't want to see anything new than the old fan base. But then they do, but they don't. They want to just keep it the way it was. And that's why they are hoping that Saban would buy back because he would just go back to the old ways to make money the easy way.
Yeah,
And he knows that. And they know it. Instead of going, well, if Hasbro has their way, they'll just kind of make a show that's decent. So I don't know. I think everybody has high hopes and nothing is concrete yet. So
yeah,
we can go on forever about rumors and talk about people's hopes and dreams for an IP that is still alive by a thread. It will always be alive in my heart. I will always buy toys that people bring out for it because it's me. The IP will never die with me, but it could die out in the world, you know.
you know. This is just a wild prediction, right? But I think within the next week, people are gonna like clarify the rumor about this, and they're gonna turn it into, oh no, it's gonna be once and always two.
Oh
It's
God,
just a special because they're gonna have to change this. This doesn't fly. If it does, wow, Disney's gonna be dumb enough to be the fourth Mighty Morphin project ongoing. But I could see them maybe doing a TV special, like Once and Always Two. Maybe if they can, if Netflix doesn't want to do Once and Always Two, maybe I could see that as a one-off. But actually starting a whole new show and like, oh no, this is season 31, and that I really don't. I could see and that's like a pencil thin, razor's edge type thread of an idea. You know that we do a Once and Always Two.
okay. Well, let's get into a much interesting conversation. Let's go with the Paramount thing again. Because let's say Paramount makes a movie of Power Rangers. Why don't they just make the Power Ranger 2 movie? Power Rangers 2, and call it the Transfer of Power. I know this sounds cheesy, but take the original Power Ranger suits and transfer it over to the new age people. Keep Ling as the Yellow Ranger. We're gonna continue that story. Why not? Let's make her the Yellow Ranger and give the other powers points to somebody else. So you keep the suits, right? You keep the original suits so it goes along with the toy line, and we go from there. Maybe later on they get upgraded suits that look cooler or something. That would make more sense right now, wouldn't it? You would have the original people, but well, not
Oh,
all the original people.
here,
Like you would
here's
have,
why it's a good idea, but here's why I don't think that would work. When you do a big blockbuster movie, because let's face it, if Paramount does end up getting it, they're gonna do a big, celebrity filled blockbuster. Like they're gonna go in all the way. As much as I like Charlie and whatever, I think the executives see her more of a TV universe, not a cinematic universe. If you know what I mean, like I see her,
yeah,
they see her more in like the cinematic role, or I mean the television role, or maybe the specials role. Because I could see her coming back as a different Ranger too. I could see them bringing her back, and if Paramount works it out or something, or but you gotta have the thing is you need a celebrity to bring them in, right? Because if the Paramount thing comes back up, you need a celebrity to build this brand around it, and a very
yeah,
popular celebrity. Like we were talking last time, you gotta maybe bring in one of the Cobra Kai guys to be the new Red Ranger, and like somebody that's like taking off. You gotta have somebody
yeah.
that's like, or the boy in that show Wednesday, if he's becoming a star and he's doing projects, the kid in Wednesday, if he's becoming the next guy, you gotta build it around him. You gotta get a celebrity. You gotta get some names out there. Oh, we got what do you call it? We got Tom Hanks to play Zordon or something. Like now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Now you got something, because then you could build. You could have an entirely new, like fresh cast, as long as you have Tom Hanks as Zordon. And I'm just throwing it out as a name. This isn't rumors. We're just like kind of putting
yeah.
that out.
Right.
Build around it, because that's what they did with the 2017. Because they built it around Bryan Cranston. They brought in Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth Banks, and everybody else was sort of like new and up and coming people, and Becky G.
Yeah.
But that's that. But I think we've kind of touched on what needed to be touched here for this you know
Oh, definitely.
pause of an episode. Any last or parting words, buddy?
Honestly, just take everything you hear right now as a grain of salt and wait for hardcore proof on anything you hear, toy lines or movies or anything like that that's out rumored right now. Because don't ever get your hope up on a rumor because you never know how hard your will drop. How hard you will hit that concrete because that thing never happened. So
Yeah.
I, yeah,
Oh, your boy did a 2 hour and 20 minute show on just this topic. I was like, what?
you mean Legacy and Nerd?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
He
really?
did. I opened up YouTube today and I was like, oh, Legacy of Nerd. This
It,
suggested
mu-
for you.
it
Wow.
must have it must have been a live stream then.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this show, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace out, people.